the Quran assumes many times that the reader actually has information apart from it. So, if, for example, it mentions, and this is, people think that these are trivial things, but they're actually important. I mean, controversial things like in chapter 4, verse 34, everybody knows the verse where it talks about, supposedly beating the wife and what exactly that means.
But those wives from whom you fear arrogance, first advise them, then if they persist, forsake them in bed, and finally strike them.
Without the sunnah to really clarify the context of what that means, it's left open to interpretation. You could say, well, yeah, I could just totally beat the crap out of my wife for no apparent reason. I mean, it doesn't explain that. The sunnah is actually what gives a context to it to make it seem, for lack of better words, less harsh than it would seem from the Quran alone. So the point is that apart from the sunnah, many times it actually gives context for these things in the Quran that seem very harsh to restrict them in some sense. And if you only have the Quran, I would argue you would have a bigger problem.
So I think there's excellent grounds for saying we should be reading the Canaanites and the narrative of the Canaanites and how God's actions to them are described through the lens of Jesus. And I think if you do, you end up with very different conclusions.